ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਸੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕ੍ਰੈਡਿਟ ਕਾਰਡ ਕੰਪਨੀਆਂ ਕਾਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸੂ ਕਰਨ ਦੀਆਂ ਧਮਕੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਹਨ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪੇਚੈਕ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਪੈਸਾ ਖਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਰਟੀ ਤੇ ਹੱਕ ਜਤਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ? ਕੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਿਰੁੱਧ ਜਜਮੈਂਟ ਫਾਈਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ? ਤਾਂ ਮੌਕਾ ਦਿਓ ਅਟਾਰਨੀ ਸ਼ਾਹ ਪਿਰਾਲੀ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮਦਦ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਲਾਅ ਫਰਮ ਨੇ ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੈਂਕਰਪਸੀ ਤੋਂ ਬਚਾਇਆ ਹੈ। ਸ਼ਾਹ ਪਿਰਾਲੀ ਲਾਅ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਮਸਲਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਡੀਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਕਾਲ ਕਰੋ 5107425887 ਤੇ 510-742-5887 ਤੇ ਜਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਵੈਬਸਾਈਟ ਵਿਜ਼ਿਟ ਕਰੋ www.peerallylaw.com।
Are you being sued? Are the credit card companies suing you? Garnishing your checks? Putting liens on your property? Do they have a judgment against you? Let attorney Shah Peerally help you. His law firm has saved many from bankruptcy. The Shah Peerally Law Group also focuses on immigration law. Call them today at 510-742-5887, 510-742-5887, or visit them at www.peerallylaw.com.
So you want to dance? Huh? Why don't you blow my whistle? Then I'll teach you how to dance.
Hello, and we are back. This is the Shah Peerally Law Show, and a special H4 and Mother's Day today. I think we have another caller. Let me take the other caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hi, this is Namita Khemka. Hi, Shah. How
Hi,
are you?
Namita.
And thank you so much for listening to us.
Oh, well, thank you for listening to us too.
No, I mean, we have never been heard ever, and we are on H4 and forever and ever, and people are now listening to us. That makes us so happy today.
Good, good. Well, I've been listening to that a lot of times, but unfortunately, I never have really a support group like you guys have to back what I was saying, and now we have you guys. So I wanted to say thank you to you, ladies, for basically pitching in and encouraging us to one on that petition, and two, we want to bring your attention to the media on this. So tell us your experience now. We want to hear about you, and of course, what is your feeling? I know it's a frustration that everybody is going through, but tell us your personal experience.
Thank you so much. I always feel positivity is genetic, and I've always been a onlooker, so that I am always doing something nice in life. And I was a fashion designer in India and worked for the best companies in India, even went to Paris, etc., for shows. We moved here, my husband and I, because his job took him to here for the onshore thing. And here, once we came, and we wanted to go back after 2 years. But then, unfortunately, we could not go back because I had a child who was a special need child.
Okay.
So because of that, we thought it would be better if we keep staying here. And he's doing amazingly well. And because of that, I wanted to go back to study so that I could do something in life. I went to FIT here, Fashion Institute of Technology, the best college for fashion. And that is what I also dreamed when I was in India. And to tell you, Shah, not to boast, but I really came out with flying colors because I topped FIT and I was at a 4.0 GPA.
Wow.
And I also was invited to give a speech at the Radio City.
Wow.
I got an internship with Donna Karen, and then also on OPT I worked with Ann Taylor. Even did a few films for costume designing, but all this was on F1 after I converted from H4 to F1. But my F1 could only be good if I got an H1. But the H1 sponsorship is the most difficult for all H4 women. And that, again, is now holding on me because I knew that the time when I could prove myself, I could get all the jobs because I was capable of. But now I'm tied back again because nobody wants to sponsor an H1.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm back to square one where I started. And the struggle is still on, but I'm right now writing a book with all the women who are on H1, H4. I'm talking to them, and I'm a writer. I have always been a writer. So even that is not pulling me down in the sense because I want this story to reach out to millions as you are doing it on this video, on this show.
Thank you for doing that. It's a very, very commendable of you, of someone of your caliber who's stuck here. You know how much power, how much need we have in this, especially in California where we are. We also have a production. I have a production company where we do social movies, and then we know the kind of artists we need, and people like you will be very, very helpful. But unfortunately, because of the H-1B issues and what they're requesting right now, it gets harder for you to get a work permit and to work officially. That's a problem. I understand your frustration probably is among the biggest, right?
Yeah, sometimes I feel that we are, people are allowed on H1 and we are completely a blind eye to it. We do not have flesh, blood. We don't breathe. It is something like that. And it is something like we are completely ignored as even identities. So it is you are allowing an H1, but the person who is following you as a shadow is not there at all. It is something like that. It's that feeling which we have when we come on H4.
Definitely, you know, a lot of people are sharing your feelings, and I see a lot of chatter on Facebook also on that group. And for those who are on H4, I will encourage you to send in ask for an invite to be on this group. It's called H4 Visa A Curse. I think it was started by Rashi, who called earlier. And
yeah, Rashi is an amazing woman. She's a friend, and she's doing an amazing job gathering all the women. And I hope this mission becomes a big voice and millions get attracted. And this is so contagious that people who need to hear it hear our voice as well.
Well, definitely, and I think you should also be, because, you know, now having also the fact that our law firm is backing this for you guys, and also for having ladies, I mean, and also having a good support group, I think now we should also bring that to, and Rashi, I think, is mentioning that to other groups of people, not only for the South Asian, but also for the entire world, because I know people on H4 who are from China, Indonesia, Malaysia, you name it, Pakistan, from from Europe, from Africa. So if all people put enough pressure, I think that we will be heard, and at least the mainstream media picks it up, and we hope that they're going to pick it up. And once they do that, things will go really, really fast. And I hope this time the law will not just be buried, because it seems like the way it was approached was more a petition side, which was a good move. But now, if we bring it to the media, it makes a big difference. And I think
Awesome.
and I think your book will be, and I would like to also talk to you. Please be in touch with me, because we have some project. We actually are preparing a short drama, which is going to be another fiction on some of the stories I've heard from H4 people. We have picked one, and we are going to, probably is going to be a 15 minutes drama, which we're going to place on YouTube. But we want people to kind of understand the feeling of people like you who are suffering, and especially someone of your caliber who can bring so much to this country, and we are just putting you on the side. That's not right.
Thank you for your understanding, and I hope the authorities understand this as well, who feel that we need to be heard and something needs to be done. So we will do it, and thank you so much to initiate and support us, hold our hands, carry us forward. I know a lot of women have suffered, and now they do not even have dreams anymore. But I would say everybody to dream big, because dreams do come true. When I was little, I wanted to be in FIT. I came here in this country and I did FIT after working in India for so many years. So now if we dream that each woman who is on H4 will not be on H4, and H4 will be a visa which can work, so it will happen one day, and I'm sure about it. And the first step and the first stone has already been planted.
Thank you very much. And we need this continuous support. We don't want to make it only a one-time thing. It has to keep going, and we want more momentum on this. So I'm counting on all of you to kind of pass the message to all your friends and all your families, and anybody who has contact with the press. They can talk to me or call me at the office. I'll be glad to talk to them, because I know the legal issues, the legal implications, and I've seen from a perspective of someone who's in law how much suffering is out there. And you know what? I want to hats off to all of you ladies and gentlemen also who are on H4, who are really holding up here. And we want to make this possible. At least something should be given, a chance should be given to all those people. And that's why when I wrote on the petition, give a chance to people who are legally here, give a chance for them to contribute to this economy,
Of course.
That's where
Totally believe it.
Yeah, until we kind of explain how the system works to the average American out there, the message is not going to really resonate.
Yeah, because when I was in Ann Taylor, my colleagues did not even know that a person who's capable of doing a job is not allowed to do a job. I mean, isn't it insane? I mean, we want you, but we cannot have you because you're not allowed to do the job. You are so good at it, but we cannot take you. And you are living here, and you don't even have the basic right to earn your bread. And imagine those women who are in abusive relationships. They do not even have, they cannot even walk out of the house if they are suffering so badly. They cannot even raise a voice. And I know my friends who have men cheating on them, but they cannot do anything about it because it's like going back 100 years when the women were not going out to work.
Exactly.
And were taking everything.
That's exactly what Chaz said earlier. It's like we are turning back the clock, right, Chaz? It's back. Chaz is listening patiently, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm listening to this, and I feel like I'm in the 1700s when certain people had certain rights and others didn't have rights. And it just reminds. Don't get me started.
Oh my God!
Yeah, he's not going to stop.
I like that.
And he's an American born here.
Because we are really holding on to that. It's like some pressure pipe which has the water to gush out, and they're just holding on. Imagine all we women have been holding. We have been composed when we are talking, but how much we are holding, how much we have now the tears are no more. It's like that.
That's true. And this is exactly what we are talking about today. So many people are are suffering for simple things. We keep arguing a lot about illegal immigration, but nobody is really kind of looking into the legal aspect of it. And that's why I was mentioning earlier about the what we call the movie The Lost Dream. I started kind of tackling with this issue of I-221G, which I know even H4 people. And this last Monday we had the show. One person called. It was a very, very touching and moving thing that he mentioned. His wife, who has a U.S. citizen child, an H4, went to India and couldn't even come back. And
Wow.
this is the kind of things that we really want to bring to the attention of the government. Either
Yeah, we are an open country, and we
Exactly.
cannot make it like this.
Exactly, and I think I really want ladies and then all the gentlemen also who are in H4 to come and come forward and talk, and because this is a country where there is freedom of speech. Of course, one thing just to caution you as a lawyer, the freedom of speech is very limited sometimes for immigrants, but at the same time, you guys are not illegal here. You are legal, but you have a right to ask for something which can be granted ultimately if it is done properly. So I encourage you, and I like the book. I would like to know more about the book. Give me a call maybe.
Sure.
I think you have my phone number, 510-742-5887. You can call me and we can discuss a little bit more, because we want to bring all those activism together and make it happen for everybody. Okay?
We will do it. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
We stand together.
Thank you. And please do me a favor. The 3 things I want people to do is: 1, sign the petition; 2, watch the movie.
Already signed.
Yes, yeah, I know you did. But tell your friends more. And also the movie The Lost Dream, which is on Peerally.tv. It gives an idea what can happen to a company when they are not, they don't allow an immigrant to enter the country. The important part of this movie, the message is very, very important, because it looks at immigration from a different aspect, where it's not the immigrant who needs America, but America needs the immigrant. That's one
Yeah,
thing.
I watched the movie, and I would say it's very well done, and the emotions come out brilliantly, and it makes you think that the other way around, that whether the entire person who has built so much of fortune for himself or the country has to kill himself in the end, because he cannot get a person who he needs, and he's not living locally.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much. Let's keep in touch. We're not going. If we're getting that many calls, I'm willing to do more and more shows on this, of course. And then we will try. And also, just to let people know, they will be able to listen to that show again on our 24/7 radio, which is attorneyonair.com, as from tomorrow. And also, I will try to upload this on YouTube, so that people who miss the show will be able to listen. And
Lovely.
and then they can also now listen to our online radio on the app, if they download the app, the Attorney on Air, on iPhone or Android. So please pass the message to everybody, and we want more and more signatures. The signatures are going very, very fast, and we want more and more. If we get a lot of signatures, there's no way we're not going to get people to listen to us. Okay?
Great.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank you very much, and keep listening. We are here till midnight, and we just got joined with Koshi. Koshi, I hope you were listening to the show while you were driving here.
Yes, indeed, I was.
So you see how many people. Koshi is a CPA, and he's our good friend, and he's with us today. And before I move to Koshi to talk a little bit about all the issues and on H4 and taxes. Wakas, we kind of interrupted Wakas several times. Wakas, can you kind of resume what we are talking about, and we'll talk about the difficulties also?
Yeah, definitely. Shah, so listeners, जैसे अभी बड़ी डिटेल में आपने बेशुमार कॉल सुनी जब से हमने 9 बजे से ये शो शुरू किया है। वो बड़ा ही स्पेशल शो है आज। H4 इश्यूज़ के ऊपर हम शो कर रहे हैं, और बेशुमार लोगों की कॉल्स आपने सुनी, जिसमें टैलेंटेड H4 वाले जो घर में बैठ के अपने टैलेंट को ज़ाया कर रहे हैं। मतलब ज़ाया करने वाली ही बात मैं कहूँगा। मेरा ख्याल है कि बड़ा ही मुनासिब वर्ड एकदम से मेरे ज़ुबान पे आ गया। वो ज़ाया करने वाली बात है कि जो एक लॉयर हैं, एक राइटर हैं, जो रिसेंटली हमें जिन्होंने कॉल की, एक अच्छी बुक लिख रही हैं, वो H4 के ऊपर यहाँ पे हैं, लेकिन उनको वो बहुत कुछ कर सकती हैं इस कम्युनिटी के अंदर, इस कंट्री के अंदर अपनी कंट्रीब्यूशन कर सकती हैं, लेकिन वो फॉर सम रीज़न यही है कि लॉ ने उनको रिस्ट्रिक्ट कर दिया कि भाई आप सिर्फ जो है ना वो खाना बनाया करें, आपके मियाँ आएगा, आपके हस्बैंड आएंगे, अच्छा खाना बनाएं, उनको खिलाएं और दैट्स इट, दिस इज़ योर लाइफ। लेकिन ऐसा नहीं होता है। आप जब आपके पास आपने अपने एक टाइम जो है वो स्पेंड किया होता है बैक होम या यहाँ पे आप पढ़ते हो, और पढ़ने के बाद आप अपना करियर स्टार्ट करना चाहते हो, लेकिन जब आप इमिग्रेशन या इमिग्रेंट्स के हवाले से आपके ऊपर एक छोटी सी कदगन लग जाती है, एक ब्लॉकेज आ जाती है कि भाई आप नहीं कर पाते हो, तो उस हवाले से ये चीज़ें हमने शुरू की हैं। स्पेशली शाह का बहुत ही खूबसूरत आइडिया था, और वो सारा आइडिया आप लोगों की कंट्रीब्यूशन, जैसे थोड़ी देर पहले शाह ने कहा कि आप हमारी जो हमने पिटिशन अभी जो है वो ऑनलाइन अपनी जो है वो डाली है, आप उसके ऊपर प्लीज़ मैक्सिमम लोग, हमें एटलीस्ट 1000 लोगों के सिग्नेचर्स वहाँ पे चाहिए कि आप मैक्सिमम, हमें आपकी आवाज़, आपकी सपोर्ट चाहिए, ताकि हम एक नए इशू, एक नए मुद्दे को लेके आए। मुद्दा तो खैर नया नहीं है, लेकिन आवाज़ हम नई डालने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि जितने भी हमारे भाई, जितनी भी बहनें H4 स्टेटस के अंदर इस कंट्री के अंदर मौजूद हैं, वो घर में बैठने के लिए यहाँ पे नहीं आई हैं, वो टैलेंटेड लोग हैं, और वो उनका टैलेंट जो है वो उसी वक्त जो है वो उसको आजमा सकते हैं, उसी वक्त उसको बुरे कार या उसको इस्तेमाल में ला सकते हैं जब जो अथॉरिटी है उनको वो अलाउ करे कि भाई जैसे H1 वाले जो है वो काम पे जाते हैं और अपनी कंट्रीब्यूशन करते हैं टूवर्ड दिस कंट्री, तो वो H4 वाले भी ऐसे करें। तो इसी मुद्दे के ऊपर हम जो है वो चर्चा कर रहे हैं, और आगे मिडनाइट तक हम बात करेंगे। साथ ही साथ जैसे शाह ने कहा कि हमारे बहुत ही प्यारे दोस्त कोशी जी भी, जिन्होंने हमें रिसेंटली ज्वाइन किया है, उनको भी हम वेलकम करते हैं। उनके हवाले से भी आपका क्वेश्चन होगा तो डेफिनेटली हम आपके आंसर्स देंगे, और ये सारी चर्चा तो चलती रहेगी। 12 बजे तक हमारे पास बहुत टाइम है, लेकिन साथ साथ एक और चीज़ जो है शाह, मैं अपने लिसनर्स के साथ शेयर करना चाह रहा हूँ कि संडे को मदर्स डे आ रहा है, तो मेरी तरफ से, शाह पेराली की तरफ से, कोशी जी की भी तरफ से, हमारे पूरी टीम की तरफ से, चैज पूरी टीम है उनकी तरफ से,
Mother's Day.
Yeah, here you go, man. So मदर्स डे की तरफ से आप तमाम लोगों को बहुत 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 मदर्स डे मुबारक हो। हमारी कम्युनिटी के हवाले से कि हम अगर अपने इंडिया पाकिस्तानी को देख रहे तो हमारे लिए तो खैर रोज़ ही मदर डे होता है। एनीवे, तो हम ये भी जो है आशा करते हैं कि बाकी लोगों के लिए भी रोज़ ही मदर डे होगा, क्यों कोशी जी? ऐसा ही है ना?
बिल्कुल।
तो उसके हवाले से भी हम थोड़ा सा ट्रैक, आपको खूबसूरत ट्रैक लेके आए आपके लिए। शाह, would you like to play something for track, or would you like to talk something?
No, we want a song.
Okay.
And for those listeners, don't go anywhere. We are here till midnight.
So this is a very beautiful track. मैं आपके लिए बड़ा अच्छा जो है वो ट्रैक छोड़े जा रहा हूँ सतिंदर सरताज जी का माँ के ऊपर। इसको एंजॉय कीजिएगा और उसके बाद अपने जो टॉपिक है उसको कंटिन्यू करते हैं। कीप लिसनिंग, दिस इज योर ओन शो, शाह पेराली लॉ शो।
उंज दुनिया ते पर्वत लखां, कुछ उस तो उच्चियां थावां ने, कंडे जिन्हां छुपा लै हिक विच, कुछ कु ऐसियां रावां ने, चीसां लै असीसां देंदी, जख्मां बदले कसमां वी, अपने लिए सरताज कदी भी कुछ नहीं मंगया मावां ने, कुछ नहीं मंगया मावां ने। दूरों बैठ दुआवां कर दी अम्मी, दुख साडे लेखां दे जरदी अम्मी, बेड़े विच बैठी दो जी जिया डोले, सानू ना कुछ हो जाए डरदी अम्मी। सुख सब्र शांति ताए क्योंकि सबना कोड़ा मुल्ली माए, दुनिया ते सुख सब्र शांति ताए क्योंकि सबना कोड़ा मुल्ली ਸਿਰ ਪੱਟੀਆਂ ਧਰਦੀ ਅੰਮੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਕੁਝ ਹੋ ਜਾਏ ਡਰਦੀ ਅੰਮੀ ਵਿਪਤਾ ਆਏ ਢਿੱਡੋਂ ਜੰਮਿਆ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਨਾ ਤੁਰ ਜਾਏ ਰੱਬ ਨਾ ਕਰੇ ਕਿ ਐਸੀ ਵਿਪਤਾ ਆਏ ਢਿੱਡੋਂ ਜੰਮਿਆ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਨਾ ਤੁਰ ਜਾਏ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਸਾਰ ਹੀ ਮਰਦੀ ਅੰਮੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਕੁਝ ਹੋ ਜਾਏ ਡਰਦੀ ਅੰਮੀ ਧੁੱਪਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੁੰਨੀ ਨਾਲ ਕਰਦੀ ਛਾਵਾਂ ਪੋ ਮਾਗ ਵੀ ਜਰਨ ਕਰੜੀਆਂ ਮਾਵਾਂ ਧੁੱਪਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੁੰਨੀ ਨਾਲ ਕਰਦੀ ਛਾਵਾਂ ਪੋ ਮਾਗ ਵੀ ਜਰਨ ਕਰੜੀਆਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦਿੰਦੀ ਨਿੱਘ ਤੇ ਠਰਦੀ ਅੰਮੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਕੁਝ ਹੋ ਜਾਏ ਡਰਦੀ
Wow, that's a very, very beautiful song, Koshiji. It's a special song for Mother's Day.
I heard it today afternoon, and
yeah,
it really touched me.
I got your comments. I really like that, and you are the first person who gave me that comments because I love that track.
Yeah.
And especially, I mean, always this is my all-time favorite song, but especially these days. Anyway, so Koshiji, before this song, we were talking about H4 things.
Yes.
So, would you please say something about it? What's your experience about it? What's your what do you think about this kind of a social issue?
Definitely, yeah. I'm delighted to share about my experience with dealing with a lot of folks here in the Bay Area on H1 visas. And typically, when they come to me for their taxes, they have the husband and wife come together, and I'm always amazed at how talented a pool of people exists right here in the Bay Area. And this is the fact across the country as well, of people on H4 visas, enormously talented group of people, but they are not able to express their talent or contribute to this economy because of the visa restriction. And that is sad, that we lose out on that great talent pool right here in our nation.
That's true, and you're getting the words of a CPA here, ladies and gentlemen. And Koshi is a very good friend of mine, and he's also a CPA, and he deals just like me with a lot of H4 people, and that shows that nobody has really tackled with the issues because it's kind of a taboo kind of. They put people on the side, but it's high time it comes to light because we can't just. We know we need H1Bs, but we are going to kind of. And Chas has some good words on that. I saw he wrote that on the flag. We want everything from you, but we don't want your wives. We don't want your husband.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
These very words are written at I believe it's at the base of the Statue of Liberty, and it doesn't make sense anymore. We're a nation of immigrants. We say all these wonderful and beautiful things in our Constitution and in our everywhere you look, everything appears to be so positive on the outside. Yet when it comes to the government actually following through with their words, it's another story, and it really gets me angry. And because this is not the Chaz Man show, I'm gonna take it easy tonight. But you're gonna have to stay tuned for the Chazman Show. We're coming to the internet. We'll be providing internet service within the next couple of weeks, and you can hear me then.
Well, that's an open invitation, ladies. Chazman
This
is
is
going to
not
have
going away.
This Chazman show is going to really take this to a high level. Once the internet, we have already the internet working on the attorneyonair.com, but once we get it live, really running with people will be able to call live, we can have a lot of more shows and have more feedback from people on H4. And Koshi, any specific experience with anybody on H4 where you have seen distress? And I'm not trying to put you to the wall here, but I know we all have come close to someone in the community who's on H4 and who's really getting either depressed or really upset what's happening to them.
Yeah, I mean, America is also known as the land of the free. What's this? Help me out here, guys.
Land of the free, home of the brave.
Home of the brave, exactly.
The land of opportunity also. Opportunity.
Well said, well said.
Land of the immigrants as well.
All right.
Exactly.
Okay, we have all the wonderful adjectives out here that have been described. And when I see this one community of people, the H4, the silent spouse, and it's on either side. It's sometimes women, it's sometimes men. The silent spouse, and I just talk to them.
I like that word, silent spouse.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, this person is not silent just because he or she is not competent. They're immensely competent people. And I always like to talk to my clients. I just don't do their taxes, but I try to understand how is their general well-being. And almost often I can feel that there is a void which needs to be addressed. There is a silence that needs to be mitigated on, and that is to do with how would you react if you were put into you have a prodigious mind, but then you're put into a prison and you cannot express your views. That's exactly the feeling of a person on an H4 visa here, because they are here as a spouse, but they are individuals in their own right because of the competencies they possess, and for the very, very qualifications that their other spouses over here and is gainfully employed, they too, who were in that position in another nation, are not able to contribute and be successful over here. And
That's kind of like being a doctor and the government telling you cannot take care of your child in in any medical fashion whatsoever. Your child gets hurt, you can't do anything for your child.
Yeah,
That's true. And I think we have another caller. Let us take the other caller, gentlemen. Hello, this is Shah Peerally. You're live on air. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm calling regarding the H4
Yes.
frustration I have in me.
Go ahead. We want to hear that. Go ahead. You have the air for you.
So, do you have any question to ask me, or I should just...
Well, okay, let me put it simple for you. Just tell us your frustration. Just keep it PG-13, but tell us your frustration. Go ahead.
No, so the thing is, I have 8.5 years of work experience, and now being at home for past 4 years, being on H4 visa was first of all a very big step entering into this visa status. And when I initially said, yes, I'm ready because I wanted to stay with my husband, and I moved all the way from Kuwait, but I'm originally from India.
Mm-hmm.
And then now 4 years, after an year, it just became harder and harder and harder to survive just by myself, because I'm so dependent on my husband. And I totally, if I even want to go to do some grocery shopping, I'm using my credit card, but who's paying my bills is my husband in the end. So that's what is really hurting me. And today is my wedding anniversary, 7 years completion.
Congratulations.
And from past 4 years, I didn't buy any gift for my husband because I don't have my money, which I can say it's my money. But this is something I'm going through, and I really want why L visas are, can work, but why not H4? What have we done something wrong being on H4 just because even their husbands on L visas work, but how can wives have the opportunity, or maybe husbands on L2 have an opportunity to work, but not on H4 visa?
So I really want something to happen, and ladies and girls, everybody sitting at home, want to earn money and help the community out in the U.S. and in the world. So if we can, why not? We have the same two hands to work, same two eye like to other people. So
That's true. That's true. Very, very well said. This is so unfair. It's double standard. L visas get another kind of treatment, L2, which we are happy because, hey, they're all immigrants like us. But the truth is, H1B should be getting that, because if you look at the Silicon Valley, for example, and I don't know where you're calling, which state you're calling from, but I'm
calling from Oregon.
Oregon, wow.
Portland.
We're getting people all the way. Okay. Hello, Oregon, because I know a lot of people in Oregon are calling today, are listening, but I know all over the US they are listening. So just wanted to say special hi to everybody. And I know I some people are also listening in India right now. Just to let you know, is we know that the major part of the Silicon Valley was built on those H1B visas, and not giving a chance to their spouse is like you're cutting. They say your spouse is your other half, so you're cutting the half of that person, and you expect productivity. It's not right. And
that's true. And then also we are giving tax. Then why are we giving tax?
Exactly.
We should get that money and
true.
Spend that money on ourselves.
Well, we have a tax expert here. Maybe he can give us a light on that. What is the government doing with that money?
I don't know why our hands are so tied up. We went into losses, and I wanted to just help my husband to pay those losses money, but I'm like, sorry, I don't have money to help you. So this is something, in the end, money is also everything. If people say money is not everything, it is also everything, equals to.
Very, very interesting point, by the way. We deal also, we have two law firms. One does immigration, another one also does debt settlement. And we see hundreds and hundreds of people coming to us, going to this downturn in the economy where they have to struggle with their debts. And, it's amazing right now, especially locking, like I said, not giving a chance to the spouse is like half of you is already gone. And I wonder how long people on H1 will be willing to stay in this country if they're treated unfairly. So
correct. And I have a very my personal example. I was here, and in 2 months' time, I was like, okay, after working 8.5 years, now I'm going to sit at home doing nothing. So I started looking for a job, and I am from a retail background, and I even agreed, okay, let me go to a grocery store and ask for a job, okay? I'm not asking I want to work in a big firm, okay, because I know I cannot, so let me go and ask for a grocery store to hire me and give me a work visa. And you know what he said? Okay, you know what, we can't give you a work visa, but we don't mind if you come and clean our shelves and arrange our stuff. And I'm like, do you need my resume just to see what I can do? And I can also fix, I can do 10 number of I can do inventory, I can do other stuff, but why are you asking me? Because I don't have a visa, and I'm still legal in this country. You can't say I don't have a visa.
You can't see me, but I'm getting pretty upset. I'm pacing the floor here, and people need to be treated with dignity and respect. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Chaz always get irritated when see abusers like that, and he's getting so much emotional. What you're saying right now is so true, and it's not only him. It's very irritating when we see those kind of things happening to people. It's like treating human beings as second-class people. And at the end of the day, I always say that anytime you cut anybody's hands, it's going to bleed red like everybody else. So it doesn't matter what color you are, where you are from, it's the same thing, unless you're probably Martian or something.
That's true.
That's so hard, and I understand your frustration. And you know what? We need more support. We need more people to know about that. And we started kind of talking the past 3 days. Rashi started communicating with me, and that's how I got the idea. And we started the petition, and in 2 days I was just checking it right now, 153 signatures in 48 hours, which is pretty good. And I think we can bring that to the 1,000 of signatures. And please, ladies and gentlemen, for those listening and who are going to listen later, the petition is on change.org. You just type "give more rights to H4 visa holders," or you can go on my blog, Immigration Legal Blog. The link is there. Please click on that, and also check all support us on all the social work we are doing in terms of we have the Shah Peerally Productions. You can type shahfilms.com. We want to make movies about those issues and also write books and do things about that. But we need people like you, your team. We need a support group, and I think now we have found it. And if we keep growing the movement, we might make a change. There's never a guarantee, because I'm a lawyer. I know you cannot give a guarantee, but the truth is that if we don't make a move, it took only one person in a bus to change a law in Alabama. So think about it, so Rosa Parks was that one person who refused to sit in the back, and that caused the whole Alabama segregation law to go down with the civil rights movement. So we never know, one person is good enough to make the change. And I think right now, the hats off to Rashi for really kind of communicating with me and saying that they have that support group to give me also the courage to bring those issues forward. So hats off to Rashi. You are the hero today, Rashi. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, and thank you.
I say thanks to everybody too.
Yes, thank you.
And be strong. Be strong. Don't let them win.
Yes, I will say thanks to all of you guys who have called and keep calling. We are here till midnight. We are going to make it, and I know many mothers are calling. So happy Mother's Day. And I hope that will be a gift to give them courage to get out of this trauma and this frustration. Thank you very much for calling, and check our websites, please, and pass it to your friends, okay?
Sure, thank you.
Thank you very much. Go ahead, Waqas.
जो लिसनर जैसे कि बहुत ही सेंसिटिव किस्म का इशू, बहुत ही एक गंभीर किस्म की चीज़ें आज स्टार्ट हो गई है. बेशुमार कॉलर्स जो है हमें अपनी वो सारी चीज़ें कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहे हैं, तो डेफिनेटली हम इसको थोड़ा सा और आगे बढ़ाएंगे. लेकिन थोड़ा सा बीच में एक यू टर्न तो नहीं कहूँगा, एक थोड़ा सा सेमी यू टर्न लेते हैं और थोड़ी सी बात करते हैं. जैसे हमारे लास्ट कॉलर कह रहे थे कि हम टैक्स भी पे करते हैं और उसके बाद हम ये कोशिश करते हैं कि हम फाइनेंशियली सपोर्ट कर सकें अपने. हमारे लास्ट कॉलर जो कह रही थी कि अपने हस्बैंड को फाइनेंशियली सपोर्ट करें, तो इसी हवाले से एक बात करना चाहूँगा कि उन लिसनर्स के लिए कि जिनके लिए आजकल फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट अपने आप को करना या अपनी फैमिली को करना थोड़ा सा मुश्किल हो गया है आजकल के इस फाइनेंशियल हार्डशिप के अंदर. तो अगर इस हवाले से आपकी किसी किस्म की कोई ऐसी परेशानी है, लेट्स से दो किस्म की चीज़ें बड़ी ही इंपॉर्टेंट चल रही हैं. एक आपकी मॉर्गेज के हवाले से प्रॉब्लम चल रही है कि आप बहुत मुश्किल से अपनी मॉर्गेज पे कर रहे हो, और दूसरा आपके क्रेडिट कार्ड के डेट्स इतने ज़्यादा हैं कि आप उसको कैसे हैंडल करोगे. और स्पेशली आज का ये डायरेक्टली या इनडायरेक्टली लिसनर्स टॉपिक बड़ा ही लिंक करता है कि जिस घर के अंदर एक बंदा जो है वो काम करने वाला है और दूसरा बेचारा H4 के ऊपर बैठा हुआ है, तो उस तरह आप अपने क्रेडिट कार्ड्स के बिल को कैसे पे करते हो, तो वो बहुत ही मुश्किल हो जाता है. और इस आपकी इस तरह की जो समस्या चल रही है, इस तरह की सिचुएशन है, तो आपको यही कहूँगा कि दैट विल बी अ वन स्टॉप शॉप. शाह पेराली ही वो आपका हल है कि जो आपको इस समस्या से बाहर निकाल सकता है. कि क्रेडिट कार्ड के इशू के हवाले से है कि अगर आपके ऊपर बहुत ज़्यादा डेट जो है वो चढ़ चुका है और आप ये समझते हो कि फाइनेंशियली आप इस पोजीशन में नहीं हो कि आप अपने डेट को जो है वो आसानी से पे कर सको, तो डोंट वरी, जस्ट कॉल अस 510-742-5887. आपको किसी भी किस्म की अपफ्रंट फ़ी इसमें देने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. और डेफिनेटली हम आपके इस जो सिचुएशन है उसको एड्रेस करेंगे और इंशाल्लाह कोशिश करेंगे कि आपको, जैसे आज हम H4 के ऊपर बात कर रहे हैं, वो तो खुदा करेगा कि बहुत जल्दी हम इस काबिल हो जाएं कि इस H4 वाली सिचुएशन से भी आपको बाहर जो है वो फौरी तौर पे निकाल सकें. हमने ये एक फ़र्स्ट स्टेप ले लिया है, ये आगाज़ है अपने सोशल कंट्रीब्यूशन का, और अल्लाह करेगा इंशाअल्लाह ताला आगे जाके हम इस काबिल हो जाएंगे इसी शाह पेराली अम्ब्रेला के नीचे. या हमारे साथ आप जैसे और बहन भाई बंधु जो हैं वो सारे हमारे साथ मिलेंगे. एक जान, एक आवाज़ हो के अथॉरिटीज़ तक हम अपनी ये आवाज़ पहुंचाएंगे कि हमारे पास बहुत ही टैलेंटेड लोग जो इमिग्रेंट्स हैं वो यहाँ पे इस कंट्री में मौजूद हैं, तो आप उनको ये राइट्स क्यों नहीं देते हैं कि वो अपने टैलेंट को, अपनी एबिलिटी को, अपनी सलाहियत को वो बरूए कार लाएँ, कंट्रीब्यूट करें टूवर्ड दिस नेशन, टूवर्ड दिस कम्युनिटी एंड टूवर्ड देयर फैमिली। तो जहाँ तक हम फैमिली की बात करेंगे तो फैमिली में आके अभी जो बेचारे नहीं कर पा रहे हैं फॉर सम रीज़न, स्पेशली जो रीज़न हम आप भी बात कर रहे हैं, उस हवाले से फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन के ऊपर से जो है ना थोड़ी देर बाद जो है वो कोशिश भी आपसे बात करेंगे टैक्स के हवाले से भी। लेकिन अभी जो मैं मुद्दा आपसे बात करना चाह रहा हूँ कि खुदा करे कि वो सारी चीज़ें ड्रीम कम ट्रू हो जाएंगे, आप लोग जो है वो सब की अल्लाह करेगा वो सारी जो सिचुएशन, जो प्रॉब्लम्स हैं वो हल हो जाएंगी। लेकिन आज के दौर में अगर हम खड़े हैं, आज के दिन की बात करते हैं जो हमारे हाथ में है, तो हमारे हाथ में यह है कि हम घर के दो बंदे हैं, एक काम कर रहा है, दूसरा काम नहीं कर रहा, बेशुमार डेट हैं, क्या करें? क्रेडिटर बेशुमार कॉल्स करता जा रहा है, वो कलेक्शन एजेंसी में आपकी चीज़ें भिजवा रहा है। और आजकल प्रॉब्लम थोड़ा बैक टू डेज में, just give me quick 2 minutes. I guess we have a caller, but let me finish this one, Shah.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
So आज के दौर में ये है कि पहले 2 साल या 3 साल पहले की लिस्ट अगर हम बात करते थे ना, तो अगर आप अपने डेट से थोड़ा सा पीछे होते थे, वो 3-4 साल का आपको एक मार्जिन मिलता था, ओके दैट्स फाइन, आराम से दे देंगे। क्रेडिटर भी इतना ज़्यादा आपको प्रेशराइज पुश नहीं करता था क्योंकि इकॉनमी बड़ी अच्छी थी। लेकिन आज की मैं बात करूँगा तो वो आपको इतना ज़्यादा रूम नहीं मिल रहा। वो 4 या 6 महीने से मैक्सिमम ज़्यादा इंतज़ार करने के बाद क्रेडिटर जो है वो आपकी फ़ाइल को राइट अवे कलेक्शन एजेंसी के पास भेजता है, और कलेक्शन एजेंसी सिर्फ 30 डेज़ वेट करती है, और 30 डेज़ के बाद वो आपकी फ़ाइल चली जाती है लॉ फर्म के साथ, और लॉ फर्म जो है वो सिर्फ 30 डेज़ वेट करके लॉ सूट फाइल कर देते हैं। तो ये है फाइनेंशियल प्रॉब्लम, फाइनेंशियल डेट या क्रेडिट डेट जो ऊपर है आपके। तो 3 स्टेजेस हैं लिसनर्स इसके ऊपर, जो आके आपने अपने क्रेडिट को बेहतर करना है या अपने क्रेडिट को सेटल करना है। कि सब लोग जानते हैं कि आजकल के दौर में बहुत ही मुश्किल हो गया है, लेकिन आपको बिल्कुल भी परेशान होने की ज़रूरत नहीं है कि अगर आपने अपने क्रेडिटर के साथ बात तय कर ली है या कलेक्शन एजेंसी के साथ कर ली है या नहीं हो पा रही है फॉर सम रीज़न, और वो किसी लॉ XYZ लॉ फर्म के पास चली गई है, तो वो भी उसको सेटल किया जा सकता है। लेकिन कोशिश ये करें, जो मैं आपको आज का टिप दूंगा, जो वेरी स्पेशल टिप फॉर द सेटलमेंट, कोशिश ये करें कि आप कलेक्शन एजेंसी या डायरेक्टली क्रेडिटर के लेवल तक ही उसको रिजॉल्व कर लें या सॉल्व कर लें। दैट वुड बी ग्रेट, वो बहुत अच्छा होगा आपके लिए। वो इसलिए कि जब वो फाइल उठ के किसी लॉ फर्म के पास जाती है तो फिर आपको वो परसेंटेज नहीं मिलती है सेटलमेंट की जो आपको पहले स्टेप या दूसरे स्टेप में मिल सकती है। इस हवाले से अगर आप हमारे साथ मज़ीद कोई ऑफिस टाइम के ऊपर बात करना चाहते हैं तो ऑफिस नंबर इज़ 510-742-5887. We have a one caller, so after this we will continue the show.
Thank you very much. This is Shah Peerally, you're live on air.
Oh, hi Shah, this is Ritu.
Hi Ritu, how are you?
Good. So I missed the earlier part of the show. I was out. So
Well, for those who missed, you know, you can listen to it tomorrow on Attorney on Air. But I think this show, I'm going to put it on YouTube also because it's got so much interest and there's so much emotions in it. So you will really like it. For those who are joining, Ritu is kind of our correspondent. She helps us a lot on those documentaries. For example, the one on Abused Man, the tab which is on our YouTube also. And now she's going to help us also with something on H4. Ritu, tell us a little bit about your opinion about the H4.
yeah, actually I also came here on H4, so I can understand the situation very well because I am an electronics and communication engineer, and I was when I came here I could not work, and that's like I think everyone would have told that. But what I did, basically I kept the positive attitude towards the situation, and also I tried to do the studies. I mean, I know that we cannot work, but if we can go to some college or can keep ourselves updated or certified, so that when it comes to get like right visa, then we are ready for that. So
That's true.
Yeah, so and I made some groups with my other friends and then we had like small kids. We used to do something to keep ourselves positive, and that also. But for sure, it's very, very frustrating, and it is true that I know if I was on H1, I would have been doing same thing as my husband was doing, like similar type of job. And in this economy, it's good to have like 2 jobs, but with H4, and nowadays, in fact, you cannot even get social security number, I think.
No, not anymore.
Yeah.
They don't even allow it, I think. No, I'm not sure on this, but I have to
No,
they won't.
yeah,
They won't. Just
yeah.
like student visa.
I-10.
Yeah, so you need to use. Well, let Koshi answer that. Koshi, tell us, did they get the social security?
You're right. No, they don't get the social security number.
So basically, they
what
log
get
them
is-
all the angles.
Yeah,
huh?
they get something called an I-10.
Yeah, I-10, which is done by the tax and
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah.
It-
So
it
it is
makes-
very difficult. Yeah.
So
So sometimes it's difficult to get even driving license in some of the states.
yeah, and especially.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So
Back in Germany, and right before the World War started, isn't this how we treated the Jewish population?
He's always going to the extreme, huh? Well,
Extreme. They weren't allowed to work. They had to have
Yeah.
certain identifications tagged on their clothing.
yeah, they had to carry
I'm just asking here,
the
folks.
star of David. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And well, I will not push it to that extreme because they are more free here. But I know you're really like the radical side. But it's good to have this question. But Koshi, you were mentioning on the H4, they have this number, but still they cannot do much with it.
Well, that number is basically assigned so that a person who's H1 can claim his dependents for tax purposes.
But they can always invest in business. And Ritu, I know you're working with us now on two projects, and one of them is in
yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the project and what you're looking for? Probably a lot of listeners will be
Yes.
Tell us.
Yeah, sure. Actually, we are making a documentary on H4 so that we can, basically it will be in 3-4 parts. So we want to know who are suffering from this, and so they can contact me directly through Facebook, or I can give my phone number. I mean,
Sure, go. If you agree, you can give it. We don't have any
yeah,
problem.
it is 510-304-5619.
You went
So
too fast.
if
Go a little bit slower.
Okay, 510-304-5619.
Yes. Great. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those listening, if you want to be part of this documentary, I know it might not be as good as the one that has been already been done, but this is from a legal perspective that we are looking at it. So please help Ritu, and then Ritu is doing an excellent job, by the way, for the Shah Peerally production. She's very dedicated.
Ritu rocks.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You do rock, Ritu, because every time I give you an assignment, the kind of output, and also Ritu, we need you a lot because I know you are also going to interview some representative. Hopefully, we're not going to mention their name, and they are the one who's going to be passing our message to the Congress. Okay?
Yes. Yeah. So I'm trying to do that also.
Yes.
So in the show, if we have some people who can share their stories, and they can come forward and at least talk to me, and we can think about how can they share. And also advice part, like how can, like there can be your part, like attorneys, how can they can be helped.
Yes.
That-
I will give the solution also. Ritu, we're going to go in another station break. Time is flying today. Thank you very much for calling, Ritu, and keep listening. And please, we need help on 3 things like I was mentioning earlier. One, we need more signatures, and I see the signatures are growing as I'm talking here. We reached 159. When we started the show, I think it was 140. Keep signing, guys. Pass it to all your friends. It's easy to sign it. It's on change.org. And give more rights to H4 visa holders. It's also on my blog, Immigration Legal Blog. And the second thing, we want people to watch the movie The Lost Dream, because we are getting a lot of heat because of that movie. Actually, a lot of people are sending me hate emails too, but hey, I don't care because I'm an immigration lawyer. I am used to it. But I need also positive comments, because they're not criticizing the quality of the movie, they're criticizing the message. So I need the support of the community. Please comment on it on YouTube. And the third thing also, we want to have people download the apps. You can go on it's called Attorney on Air on iPhone and Android. We have 2 more minutes, so Ritu, I hope you're going to keep listening. Maybe you can call a bit later. So before we go to the break, I wanted to have the take of Kushi to tell us a little bit more about this situation of the tax situation for H4. Can you tell us about how it's working, how it's playing out right now? Thank you, Ritu. I'll let you go. You can call us a little bit later. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Take care, Ritu.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
I think the tax authorities will earn more if they allow the H4 people to work.
I agree with you.
Absolutely.
That's the best
Absolutely,
point.
yeah.
Well, we got your signature, your vote on this, Kushi. So, but let us...
Two words were very comprehensive.
Exactly. And today we wanted to cover I-221G also, where people are getting stuck. But since I have covered I-221G on an extensive basis, we might do another show next week on I-221G, because the H4 is getting very interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Shah Peerally for the Shah Peerally Law Group. And together with me today I have Chaz, the Chaz man. And on the bone I have I keep messing your name, Melody. And then I have also Wakas and Koshi with me, who is a CPA. And we are talking about the H4, especially the issues. If you have immigration questions, please give us a call at the office, 510-742-5887. We will be 5887. Check our website right now, is splgpc.com. And I'll see you back till midnight, so don't go anywhere, guys. Thank you.
So H4 की इशू के साथ साथ ये Happy Mother's Day को भी ना भूलें.
Happy
This
Mother's
is,
Day.
And this track for you guys. Enjoy this track for special mom.
कुछ भी नहीं है तेरे बिना माँ, कुछ भी नहीं है. ओ जरा मुझको